I'm Omar, but boys call me Papa Omar. You could join us.
Join you?
Yeah, a casa hogar.
I'm not no orphan.
Hey, I just moved that floor.
Can't expect street kids to learn manners overnight.
You've got 20 years to learn, Omar.
Everybody has their trials and their tribulations.
All right, listen up, guys. Atención. There's a storm that's going to reach the coast in a few hours. The good news, after we get done eating, we can line sandbags to protect from flooding.
We're orphans, not idiots.
Hi, my name is Amy Cassandra Martinez with Hollywood First Look, and today I'm chatting with Jimmy Gonzalez and Miguel Angel Garcia and talking about their new film, Blue Miracle. Jimmy, we're going to start with you. What was it like to work with so many amazing kids, teenagers, and just awesome people all around?
I've worked with kids before in the past, and kids, I mean, they live in their imaginations. So they're very. It's almost like I'm trying to keep up with them, you know, because they've come with so much energy. They come with such a vibrant imagination that I think as an adult, as an actor or an artist, you're constantly trying to get to, you know. So that was phenomenal. Working with Dennis was incredible. You know, I think that, and maybe I can speak for Miguel here, but everybody was a little nervous at first before Dennis came on, but the guy is like a true pro. He just came in and he made everybody comfortable like right away, and then blew us away with his performance. It was unbelievable.
Now, Miguel, what was it like for you? I can't believe, you guys are out in the ocean. What was that like? And to also be working with mostly people your age.
I think we were out in the ocean for 3 days and then we had the water tank, but just being in that country and being able to look out into the ocean, it was insane. And the boys are incredible, every single one of them.
Filming in the water, technically, what is that like? How does that change your performance? It's like, okay, cool. I know how to work with actors, but
yeah,
what does that added element of being out in the water do to your performance?
Yeah, like Miguel had mentioned, we, the story takes place in Cabo San Lucas, right? But we shot in the Dominican, because in the Dominican they have a tank, and it sits right on the shore of the ocean, and there's it's an invisible pool basically. And they can create hurricanes, waves. They can replicate the sensation and the feeling of the ocean. Now, if we would have been shooting the entire movie in the ocean, we'd probably be still shooting. Because, you got, not only do you have the elements of challenges with the elements, but you also have like the kids can only work for like 6 hours a day, and so you got some obstacles. But what was incredible for me was the simple fact that like we had a crew that would be sitting on a deck, and they would be moving cameras, lights, and so on and so forth, cranes and whatnot. But we also had a crew in the water that would position the boat in a 360-degree angle for every single shot, because when you're shooting on a boat, you have to shoot it like a dinner sequence scene, and so the camera has to kind of position itself for every person that's in the scene.
World's biggest fishing tournament. Best teams in the world compete for millions in prizes.
Sorry, but I'm afraid you don't qualify for this list.
What if you team me up with a local fisherman? Doesn't have to be anybody even good. Doesn't even have to be a fisherman. With them? Those kids?
Here's the deal. You and 3 of your least annoying orphans will be on my boat for the competition. When I catch the winning fish, we'll split the earnings. Comprende?
I know why my mom left me now.
Oh, God, here we go.
So I could help you win this tournament.
Of course she did.
Now, Miguel, a big part of this film is father figures, and just that relationship between, boys and father figures, role models. Tell me who's someone that helped shape you to who you are today.
I mean, I would definitely say my own father, our relationship has always been so close. And I think he's taught me a lot about life, but not only in the direct lessons, but the indirect ones, being able to watch him work hard and do what he loves and really be a rock for the family. I think it's always been incredibly impressive to me as I continue to grow up and aspire to be just like my father. And the same thing with my mom too. I feel like, regardless of her being my mom and my father, I think she is in a sense this father figure for me, just because of her constant resilience and her constant hard work within the Latinx community in my small town where I grew up. And her being an immigrant and being able to live and stay in this country, those are the people that definitely shaped my life, alongside so many mentors, Jimmy included on this movie, really taking the reins and being able to guide us to tell this beautiful story. Like I learned so much from Jimmy every single day on set and our long conversations.
As I'm reflecting on our time working, I could see the way those influences were being played out in the way that he worked with the younger kids, right? So even though Miguel is playing, relatively speaking, an older adult in the film, he was acting with a lot of younger kids that were a lot younger than him. The kid playing Tweety was, I think he was like, how old is he? How old is he? It was like 11, something like that, 11 or 12. He was probably even younger than that.
Yeah, I think.
But
yeah.
But Miguel, I'm just like thinking about how Miguel interacted with him, and I was constantly amazed to watch him and the way he dealt with the kids on set. And so it's interesting how that works, generationally speaking.
Blue Miracle is now streaming on Netflix. I'm Amy Cassandra Martinez, and I'll see you next time.
We've never had a chance.
We still have to try.